So I collect perfume bottles, but this one from 1884 has its original contents in it. Now I'm going to try to win it. And it's been placed in a category that not many people are going to see it, although there's one bid on it already. Now I hope whoever's bidding on this does not win it. I hope they don't like make this go sky high. Look at this, the original contents from 1884. Now this particular perfume was sold actually from a company that started in 1875, but this particular scent was made around 1884. Look at the original contents in it. And you might say, ew, it's gnarly. Believe it or not, perfume is like fine wine. It'll still smell good after over 120, 130, 140 years. Yeah, so I'm going to try to win it. Let's see. I'm going to snipe. I'm going to go in at the last second with 5 seconds left, maybe 7 seconds left, and see if I can outsnipe the other person or outbid them or outsnipe any other snipers that come in. All right, so there's 18 minutes left. And so the best bet is for me to go in there. And by the way, one bid. And that sucks. I hope that one bid person doesn't screw it up for me. All right, so we'll go in with the last few seconds left and see if I win. And I'm not going to show you the name of the seller or the name of the product because it's going to be a surprise if I win it so I can unbox it and show it to you. All right, I'm getting my maximum bid that I'm willing to spend ready to hit the placed bid button. There's 10 minutes left, and I'm worried about, you see this? It says one bid. I'm worried about this ruining it for me. And I hate other people. Sometimes I really, 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 really hate other people. And this person over here. Yeah, and it's probably a female. Definitely a female. Unless maybe it's a guy, and he wants some. Yeah, and I don't want him to have some because I want it all to myself. All right, so there's 10 minutes left. Now, it's extremely rare to find perfume from the 1880s fully intact in the bottle. It looks like this bottle was never opened. And although I don't see a seal on it, there's a cork in there. And that cork really held these contents in there for that many years. Look at this. This stuff is like this amber looking honey type of substance is actually worth more than gold. And I'm not kidding you. To perfume collectors, a full bottle is worth more than gold. Well, for an older perfume. And the older, the more valuable because, well, if it was like, say, Guerlain or whatever, those like really expensive French perfumes from like the 1920s, 1930s, then that would probably be worth even more. But since this is an obscure brand, it doesn't matter though. It's from the 1880s. And I hope these don't outbid me. And yeah, I had to use cue cards because YouTube doesn't like the use of foul language. Ugh. All right, 8 minutes left. All right, so I decided to up it by $10 because I don't want to lose this. If I lose this, I will cry. I've been watching this for 7 days, and all day long I kept setting alarms for this auction to go off, and I don't want anyone to ruin it for me. And I hope this person doesn't have the notion that this is actually worth quite a bit of money. 5 minutes. There's 5 minutes, and I hope that these don't ruin it for me. Oh my God, if they ruin it for me, I'll hate them so much. I'll hate some like stranger that I don't even know so much. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. All right, 5 more minutes. All right, since I'm nervous, I need to talk. And so basically, why do I go in with like 5 or 7 seconds left to the auction's end? Because then this person, if I bid now, right, with 4 minutes and change left, this person, if I outbid that person, they'll get a notification from eBay saying that they were outbid or someone else bid and the price was raised. And then they're going to want to go back in there and actually either outbid me or raise their bid amount. If anyone's watching it right now, they might say, oh, only one bidder. It's at $20. I'm not going to bid that much. I'll bid like $25. It's a strategy. And so I don't do anything at all until the last second. So nobody else has any chance to use their noodle, if you know what I mean. This person thinks, oh, I got it. It's mine. And if anyone's watching it, they're thinking, oh, this person's a cheapskate. They only went up to 20 bucks. I'll just bid 25. And then it helps to get things for cheaper. Now, it doesn't always work that way. And it doesn't always make you win, but it may help increase your chances of winning. Oh, 3 minutes left. Okay, now we're almost there. And the moment of truth is about to happen. Will I exclaim, you, to about this person or other people? I might. I have a cigarette. Don't mind me. When I get nervous, I light up cigarettes. All right, we're almost there. The moment of truth. And it's almost here. And so I don't hit the place bid button yet. When you hit the place button bid, a box will pop up. You have to do it twice. So I wait until like the last second. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, we're almost there. I have a cigarette in my mouth, so if I sound muffled, it's because I'm nervous. All right, I don't hit the place bid yet. We're going to go into a confirmation screen after that. So I'm going to start doing that now. And let's see. Okay, 28 seconds. See, the clock is different from this. So I have to watch this clock. And hold on. I'm going to watch that because this one is off. And I'm going to wait. And I'm going to hit confirm bid. And please, God, please, I'm going to wait until about it gets to now. And, okay, 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Did I win? We're at 0 seconds. Oh, no. We're determining the winner. Please refresh page. Refreshed and it still says we're determining the winner. That means snipers may have came in at the last second. We don't know if I won. All right, let's hit refresh. You ready? I'm so nervous. You won the auction. All right, I'm afraid to see for how much. Only 44 doll hairs. All right, I'm in trouble now. The husband's going to get mad. All right, so, guys, I won the snipe, and... oh, yeah. Yay! I have to do cue cards. Otherwise, YouTube is, like, draconian. And I got some... yay! Okay, I'm doing the happy dance. I better pay for this now. Oh, hold on a second. Again, hold on. Yay! Yay, so now you know how to snipe, right? I taught you something. I always like to see what the other snipers did. So it ended at 14, 13, 31. Let's see how many other snipers went in there. And it turns out the other person, this B word, bid twice. And they did not snipe. So the reason why they bid twice is because automatic. So they started it out at 20, but their top bid was $43. So they went up to their maximum bid of $43. I bid more than them, so it brought me up to the next $1 increment. So that person was going to either, if nobody else bid, if I didn't go in there, that person was going to only bid win this for $20. Since I came in there, now if I would have bid $42, this person would have had to pay their max bid of $43. And so that's actually snipers don't always come in at the last second. Pretty much, I burped. Sorry about that. Going in there at the last second did not give this person any clue. By the way, they're very, very, 3,000 items, over 3,000 items they've won. So they're experienced, but I'm more experienced than them because if I would have bid, I would have definitely outbid them. They would have got a notification stating that they were outbid, would have went in there at the last second and up their bid. They probably thought they had it in the bag since this item was in a category that nobody else saw. Aha! All right, I'm going to pay for it. When the item arrives, I'm going to show it to you guys. As a matter of fact, let's look at the picture again. And this is gorgeous. Look at this original stopper made out of glass. And wow, look at that. Filled with perfume from 1884. A full bottle, nonetheless. This is a full bottle of perfume, guys. You never see it. You never see it happen. This is extremely ultra rare. I have to look it up, but my guess is the value is at least $300 to $1,000. Yes, I'm kidding you not. Any kind of old perfume filled to the top. You can't get this anymore. Think about it. They don't make it anymore. They haven't made it for over 100 and something years. This becomes now rare potion. Look at this sweet nectar, the sweet nectar of the gods. Yay! So when this item arrives, we're going to do a reveal. I can't wait to do the reveal. Now, the only problem is if this is shipped priority mail, you should never ship perfumes or flammable liquids via priority mail because the cabins are not pressurized on an airplane. And so this bottle in the cargo planes, this bottle will explode into a million pieces. So I have to contact the seller and say, even though it says first class shipping in the listing, don't ship it first class. Otherwise this shall break. And I'm going to have to ask them, and I'll even pay them extra money, if they could please really wrap it very, very well so it doesn't shatter inside the box. If it shatters inside the box, this bottle now becomes useless. The most important thing is not the bottle. Now, generally, I'm a bottle collector. It's the contents that are the value. This is the sweet nectar of the gods, and we don't want the sweet nectar of the gods to actually, spill out of this bottle and lose the contents. So, that's the value. Sometimes perfume collectors don't just collect bottles. It's also the sweet nectar of the gods that's inside of it. I'm going to show you actually some listings that sold for quite a bit of money when the perfume bottle was actually still full on a perfume that's no longer able to be purchased anymore. So vintage and antique perfumes that are actually, well, if you have like a real name brand, like a really well-known name brand, mine was well-known in the 1800s, but not well-known today because, of course, it was discontinued way back. But for example, here's a bottle from 1960s that sold for $280. And you're like, but did it really sell? And here we go. It sold. This item sold out. So as you can see, filled bottles are worth quite a bit of money, even from the 60s. Now, this particular bottle was created by Chanel in 1924, and I believe this is a 1930 bottle that's full. And it's getting a price of $465. So as you can see, filled bottles of perfume go for big bucks. Okay, so this makes me laugh, and I'll tell you why in a moment. All right, so these old vintage perfumes, they're not even that old, like from the 60s, 70s, 80s, actually sell for quite a bit of money if they have the fluid in them. Aha. All right, so this is actually a blast from my childhood. I'll make use... I don't think any of you are going to laugh, but okay, so the reason why this is actually bringing back memories into my head is because when I was a kid growing up in the late 70s, 80s, like right around that time, the Mafia in Queens, New York, well, I lived in Queens, New York, near the Brooklyn border. The Mafia, well, everybody knew who the Mafia people were, or you had relatives, you know what I mean? Okay, so a relative of mine called me into the basement. No, it's not that creepy type of story. And he said, hey, you want to come over and make some money? And I said, yeah, I want to make some money. And I was a kid. I don't know, like 8 or 9 or something like that. And there was hundreds of bottles of Chanel in the basement. And they weren't real Chanel. They were not real Chanel. It was basically the Mafia got some bootlegged liquid that looked like Chanel, probably smelled like puke. Got these plain glass bottles with no label, nothing on it, but it looked just like a Chanel bottle without the label. And so there would be a roll of labels that said Chanel number 5 on them, a little square, and these white boxes. I'll never forget these white type of boxes. And they would have these little crinkly cardboard things. And so what they wanted us to do was wrap, first, stick the sticker on the bottles. And I was a dumb ass kid, and I used to always put them on crooked. And so you had to stick the stickers on the bottles and then put this white crinkly cardboard stuff around it, place it inside the box that said Chanel on it. It looked identical. You couldn't tell the difference. And we would sell it to local drugstores. Well, not we, but the Mafia. So there would be thousands of these bootleg Chanels going around. And the local drugstore wasn't Walgreens when I was a kid. It wasn't CVS. It wasn't Rite Aid. It wasn't Duane Reade. It was the local drugstore. And all the local drugstores basically had to buy the bootleg Chanel because they used to sell perfume back then, designer perfume. You can get it at the mall too, but pretty much the local people would go into the local druggist and buy the perfume. And so the Mafia, you had no choice. The drugstores had to buy the bootleg Chanel No. 5 and sell it for the Mafia. Otherwise, they were going to get their legs broken. And so, I don't know, this just makes me laugh. And guess what I get paid? I sat in a basement for about 7 to 8 hours a day with my other family members, sitting there making, sticking stickers on crooked and placing them in the boxes. And they paid me only $10, those bastards. So my cousins only paid me and when I was a kid, $10. Oh, $10. You can get yourself 2 slices of pizza, a Coke, and you can go to the candy store afterwards and still get like some other shit that you didn't need. And $10 was a lot, but now that I think about it, damn. $10 for making Chanel No. 5 in a basement. All right, let's get on. Let's get on with this. And here's a 1945 version of Joy by Jean Potul. I don't know. I can't pronounce French. $1,250 filled. And again, another vintage perfume bottle that's filled, sold for $4.99. That's insane. Okay, so now I guess we're getting to the to about what mine is worth. I found an 1898 sealed German perfume bottle, full. It says full, but this one has the box. It sold, look, 20 bids. 20 bids. Look at this. 20 bids. It sold for US $430. Now this is a small bottle. Mine is actually 18 ounces. So that's, oh, sorry about that. That is actually outrageous. This came with its original box. That actually adds to the value. So I'm going to guess, I mean, even if it didn't have the original box, it would be at least worth about 200 to maybe 350, 4. And here you go. It's a teeny tiny little bottle, and it's filled with the sweet nectar of the gods. As you can see here, it's actually got its cork stopper and the original nectar of the gods. Still good, from 1898. Okay, so even vintage perfumes that aren't old or antique, like from the 60s, 70s, 80s, actually sell for big bucks. Sorry, this item sold out. And this is one from the 1929, actually. Sold, what did it sell for? So yeah, because you know why? People want to get the old formulation. So if, say, you wear Chanel No. 5, you're going to like the Chanel No. 5 from the 70s. Well, not the bootlegged one from the Italians in the basement, but you're going to like the original formulations as compared to today. And the reason why is because they don't use the same chemicals that they used back in the day, and the smell is different. So people always want to get vintage perfume that was the older version before they changed the formulation. What did this one sell for? This one's 1929. It sold for $145, and this is a 1 ounce bottle, a small little bottle. And yeah, so check these things out if you're flipping or reselling on eBay or Etsy. If you go to an estate sale or something like that, or a thrift shop, and you see a vintage perfume, especially designer, look for designer bottles made by major French glass makers, such as Baccarat, and I'm going to get this wrong, probably Lalique or Lalique. That actually adds value. Perfumes that are discontinued, they don't make anymore, those are valuable. And the vintage major scents by major players in the perfume field, such as Chanel and Guerlain and all those other ones, you're going to want to get the juice or the honey of the gods. That's the old formulation, because people actually want those, and they're still good. Can you believe? Still good. If it's kept in a cool, dry place, out of the sun, out of the heat, the perfume will be just as good as the day it was made.